Sandi's Me Mum is one of the best greyhounds that's ever been produced out of Western Australia, and she is honoured in the race that is named after her at Cannington on Saturday night, the Sandi's Me Mum Memorial. We've got a really nice field assembled for this race following the two heats that were held here at headquarters last weekend, and one man looms large over this race, even though he's not even in it, David Hobby. We'll get to that in a moment, but let's have a look at the field for this race. And out of box one is Sarong. There are three certainties in life: death, taxes, and Sarong making a feature race final. Whether he can win it, that's a whole nother story. Can he jump at least on even terms here from the pole and give himself a chance to pick up some silverware? We'll find out. Box 2, Fernando Star has been a very consistent free-to-all level dog. But what about the two heat winners here, Mambo Manelli and Sunset Piper? And that's the David Hobby connection that I've been talking about. Mambo Manelli had his first start for the Steve Withers kennel in his heat last week and comes into this one as the fastest qualifier. The Withers did, of course, pick up Mambo Manelli from David Hobby, who has been dispersing his greyhounds. He'll be finishing up training this Friday night due to the double vaccination requirements on greyhound tracks. And this has been a great pickup for the Withers, got to say. The dog came into their kennel in great form and continued that last week. He's now won 5 of his past 6 starts. In fact, let's have a look at his heat win. And from box 2, Mambo Manelli begins well, but is held out early by Minnie's Manelli on the rail. As they hit the corner, though, Minnie sprays wide and Mambo ducks to the fence. It's the only opening he needs, and he puts the foot down and is away in the back straight. Popomono and Sarong give pursuit, but they can't take any ground off the leader. Mambo Manelli sails across the finish line in 29.59. That was his quickest run over this distance since his maiden win in April last year. The other heat winner was, of course, Sunset Piper, trained by David Hobby in the heats, but now will be trained by Eric Campana here in the final. Eric's picked up all of Hobby's Sunset dogs, which are owned by his son, Clinton Hobby. Leia Ernest spoke with Eric Campana yesterday about the new additions to the kennels and also about Sunset Piper's chances here in the Sandi's Me Mum Memorial Final.
There's 8, but I've got 7 engaged this week and 1 that's not ready yet. Obviously, with Dave getting out, with everything's going on, so Clinton and Dave just rang me up and asked me, and I don't know if I was the first. Like, there was offers to other trainers, but obviously Clinton wanted someone to take the whole lot of it. He wanted everyone. He wanted all his dogs to stay with the one trainer.
Which one would you say you're the most excited about?
Oh, well, Sunset Piper is obviously the most proven, like, racing-wise, but Sunset, Dewey and Huey and Louis, like Dave said, they've all got ability. They're all young dogs with maidens. Like, they haven't won their maidens yet. They've all trialled well enough to look like they could potentially be handy dogs to have in your kennel, and they can all run 500. So any dog that can run 500, run a bit of time, is always exciting to have. Well, I've got a very large race team now, so it's going to take a little bit of getting used to everything. It's a lot different now. When you're going full-time racing with a big number, I don't know exactly how many we got, but with our race team's probably going to be sitting about 42 dogs very shortly. So I've never had that many racing. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to everything and working, 20 plus dogs every second day, or it's been different.
The box draw's finally out for the Sandi's Me Mum Memorial on Saturday, obviously, and Sunset Piper's drawn box 7. What do you think?
I haven't had the bitch. I don't know. Like, obviously, inside's always better in any final. She used to be a great beginner. She sort of hasn't been beginning as good as she was before, but change your kennel and actually worked good yesterday. She'll work again tomorrow. So it's just a matter of go around, hope to get around safe. Whatever the result is, it doesn't really matter as such because it's not on my back sort of thing. Dave got her into the final. So really, I haven't had the dog long enough to take credit for anything. So as long as she gets around safe and we can race her, and I'll be happy.
We've also got racing at Mandurah on Friday night. That looks like a good card. And a dog worth looking at, I thought, was Coffee Cutie. Now, she will be making her debut over the 647 metre journey. Comes up against a handy field here. Poppy Passion out of box 1 here in decent touch. Thought that was a really nice win from Poppy Passion last weekend. But there's Coffee Cutie out there in box 8. Comes into this in great form. Have a look at this. Has got 7 wins from her past 13 starts. During that period has finished no worse than 4th and has scored wins over the 520, the 600 and the 715. Last week she won at free-to-all level over the 715 for the first time. Let's have a look at that run, and we pick it up as they swing into the back straight the final time, and Coffee Cutie, wearing the green 6 rug, is just off the leaders here, but then she takes off and charges past them to the front. Race favourite Cassis Belly is on her tail but can't make up any ground. Coffee Cutie is too good, and she goes on to win pretty comfortably here in the end in a time of 42.03, which is similar time to her win the previous week. So looking forward to seeing what she can do at Mandurah there on Friday night. On Thursday night at Mandurah, we've got a couple of winning streaks on the line, and Falcon 9 is one of those dogs that is on a hot streak at the moment. Here is the dog with Shante White, the partner of trainer Adam Smithson. Now, this greyhound has won his past 3 starts. Last start he clocked 27.39, and that's what really caught my eye with this greyhound. He goes around in race 8 from box 8 on Thursday night, and we'll be putting up a separate poster with Shantae's thoughts about this greyhound over the next day or two, so keep an eye on Greyhounds WA's social media for that. But Falcon 9, not the only dog with a winning streak on the line. We've also got Double J, trained by Jackie Wilson down there, going around in the 302 free-to-all. This dog is going for 5 in a row, so plenty to look out for at Mandurah on Thursday night. That's all ahead of us. We've got racing at Cannington tonight, our Wednesday meeting. 12 race card kicking off at 6:42. It is, of course, free entry, as it is every night here at Greyhounds WA. But what do we like? Leia Ernest not joining me on the studio today, but she did provide a tip for me. She's going for her best bet in race 6, number 5 Capito, and she thinks this dog will lead this race and will take it out. So race 6, number 5 Capito for Leia Ernest. What do I like as my best bet tonight at Cannington? I'm going towards race 5, number 7 Declan Manelli. Now, this dog blew the start last week but did recover to run second, which I thought was a decent effort. Both his previous wins have been from wide draws, and look, he's definitely quick enough to round up these dogs if he gets the right run here. So that's race 5, number 7 Declan Manelli for me tonight at Cannington. As always, if you can't make it to the track, we'll see you next week on the show.